Hi, welcome to session 3 of the Sustainable Use of Natural Resources unit. Not going to be here for long. I just want to quickly talk to you about sustainable resource use and future trends and where we can move to ensure sustainability in the future. Everyone will have heard about reduce, reuse, recycle. There's even a song. If you haven't heard it, listen to Jack Johnson's 3 R's. From Curious George, reduce, reuse, recycle. You know, we need to reduce how many resources we use. We need to slow down, stop with the overconsumption. We need to reuse whatever we can, because we don't always need to throw things away so quickly. And where it's possible to recycle, we need to recycle. Glass, metal, almost every single plastic can now be recycled. The way that recycling has come on in the last decade alone is incredibly impressive. If you look on almost every plastic, you will find a recycling mode of some description. There are very few things now that we can't recycle. Yet we still have extreme amounts of waste going to landfill. That's globally, it's not just here in the UK. There are very few countries where enough is being done to stop the amount of waste that is going to landfill. We have a duty to protect this planet. It's the only one we've got. So we need to do something. Think about energy. Fossil fuels are a finite resource. They are not going to be replenished. There has been an increase in the amount of renewable energies being used by many countries. There are more wind farms, there are more solar panels. In the UK we have solar initiatives, government-backed solar initiatives. There's even a village in Sussex, I think, which is going completely solar. It's going to be completely off the grid and relying completely on solar energy. But there are so many places globally where renewable energy sources could completely power so much of their country. There are countries in Africa and the Middle East where the sun is so intense that solar farms could do huge amounts to reduce their energy bills and their reliance on fossil fuels. But we have to think about politics too, because fossil fuels are a commodity. Trade and the relationship between nations is a big part of what happens globally. So there's a lot to do with natural resource use that is not just the physical act of using resources. There are political implications, and there are, like I say, trade implications. So resource use is not just about resources. We need to think a little bit outside the box. We need to think about how we're going to feed everybody on the planet. Where the global population is increasing so rapidly, how are we going to maintain food security? We've got to do something about energy, food security, biodiversity. We have lost countless species in the last 20 years. Some we may not have even known that we had. But biodiversity loss is occurring at an alarming rate. Fossil fuel depletion is occurring at an alarming rate. And yes, we occasionally find new sources of gas and oil, but they're still finite. They took so long to make, so we're not going to be able to use them forever. And we only have a finite amount of land available to us in order for us to grow crops on. So we need to think about the solutions. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to go away, do some reading. Again, I've put up a couple of video links. Think about what you think about the sustainable use of natural resources. What do you think the solutions are to food security and our energy problems? have a think about you as a person, but think about your communities and your country, and then the international implications. And then come to the final session where we'll be pulling this all together and hopefully coming up with some interesting solutions for the sustainable use of natural resources. I really hope you've enjoyed this unit. Thank you very much.